I'm Richard, I live here and we've just had some of this project carried out and completed by NBK. Well, yeah, we moved here about 22 years ago now, and this building has always been the garage downstairs, but the upstairs has always been fairly derelict. The roof's been leaking, one end of the barn was falling down. It got worse and worse over the years. We've had a few patches done on the roof and that over the years, but we decided that we needed to sort the building out once and for all. And so we basically had the whole of the top floor taken off, the roof was taken off, there's a big scaffolding roof over the top, all the beams were taken out, the floor was taken out and then lowered to make more headroom, and then the whole thing was rebuilt again, almost from the ground upwards, to make it a usable space. So we've got, it's split into two halves, it's a big space, and it's a lot of work. But we've got the main space is like a gym, or is a gym, up on the top floor. And then we've got a wall, which has been, we've used the old timbers from the roof, the old roof, to make a wall, partition wall, and then like a studio area on the other side of that. So we've got two staircases from the ground floor up to the first floor, which is where we are now. We've got a staircase there, and we've got a staircase on the other side as well. So we've got two separate areas for two completely different reasons, different uses. We choose NBK because you've done work for us before. We've had 3 bathrooms in the main house refurbished over the years, and NBK did that work for us. And we felt that the whole work had been done to a very high standard. We had, I think, about 3 quotes for this work, but in the end we went with NBK. Prices weren't particularly any different from other suppliers, but we knew that NBK would do a good job for us, which has proved to be the case. They were very professional. One of the reasons we went with NBK at the very start was we felt that the company was really interested in providing full service. We were interested in like a turnkey project, if you like. We wanted to hand the whole thing over. And you brought lots of people in. I remember in particular we had one big meeting before we started. There must have been about 10 people from NBK, contractors, electricians, builders, all came, had a big discussion about how it was all going to work. And that gave us a real feeling of confidence that it was all being dealt with sort of professionally and coherently and comprehensively. I suppose a special word, I mean there's lots of people, we got on with everybody. My job was to make tea and coffee. I must have made hundreds of cups of teas and coffees over the last few months. But I suppose a special word to Ed and Tony, who did the main building work. They were here almost every day for months or through the summer. We got on with them very well. They were always extremely pleasant, extremely polite, considerate. They seemed anxious to go out of their way to be as helpful as possible. And yeah, we got on with them well, and the dog as well, particularly like them being around. So I think, yeah, special word to them, but overall everybody was very professional. This whole area was just crumbling slowly, and the fact that it's now sort of watertight, weatherproof, and we're putting it to good use. And I'm very pleased that my wife and daughter in particular are using the gym. It's a nice space. I guess it does add value to the house, to the property. That's not really something that's been a major concern, but we do think that it's like a resource that we've sort